Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to Zen Tarot. My name's Julie. I'm going to do a reading for you, Scorpio, for the first half of March 2024. I have missed you, Scorpio. I have been down with the flu or a virus. I'm feeling much better, but I'm in and out, so I'm going to fly right by Libra. Do that one later because you guys mean so much to me. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. Scorpio, if you'd like a personal reading from me, I am back and open to doing those. My email address is in the description box below. Just send me an email and we can talk about that. And just a reminder, this is a general tarot card reading for the sign of Scorpio. Anywhere in your chart, or if you're just checking in on a Scorpio, everyone is welcome here. It just might not resonate with all. But welcome, Scorpio. How are you guys all doing? Let's get you a moon oracle card. Spirit, can we get a moon oracle card for the sign of Scorpio? Nothing will come of this situation. The void, of course, moon. Void, of course. Why? Why is it of course? But look at that darkness. Look at that struggle you've been going through. And nothing is yet set in stone. The mutable moon. Look at this. Not only can things change, Scorpio, but they absolutely will. There is nothing that you can't change going on here. So let's see what's going on here. Let's get an animal spirit guide for up in the ether for the sign of Scorpio. Buffalo. Wow. Look at this earthly energy coming in, some kind of spiritual awakening or spiritual understanding coming in, an awareness, but you're very strong. You are such a strong sign, Scorpio, my God. And the bee, you've been very busy, and the deer kind of lurking about, kind of observing. You've been in observing mode, but you're trying to heal the heart space. You see all these greens, a little bit of the solar plexus chakra coming out, but all the greens, something coming in and healing up your heart. What is this that wants to be seen? The octopus. Look at that. Another sign about spiritual understanding, but there's some messy relationships that you got to clean up here. You got to really study your relationships and see which ones bring value, to your life. Zen Tarot card up in the ether for Scorpio. Zen Tarot card for Scorpio. Oh, a couple. Comparison is the thief of joy and the new vision. Look at this. Wow. It's like you step outside of that comparison block here, that restriction, that maybe you're not as good as everyone else that's doing this, or people have it better, or there's just some kind of comparison happening, and there's a spiritual awakening coming in to say, don't do that to yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Wow. The Lovers on the bottom of the deck. This might have to do with relationships or getting really close with someone and then backing it off, backing it away. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it's not the way you thought it was supposed to be. And so this wall goes up in front of you. That's interesting. Let's see what that's all about. What are you thinking about right now, Scorpio? What is on your mind? The Queen of Wands, it has to do with your confidence or feeling good enough or feeling worthy enough for this relationship, perhaps. So you're going to start seeing yourself differently. You're going to start feeling differently about yourself and what you're worthy of. God, do I love this. Real self-confidence coming into the mind space here. I love that. The Queen of the Dragon stepping up, mastering something. What's that all about? Three of Pentacles. Look at this. Teamwork makes the dream work, Scorpio. You got a plan. You got a goal here. You're working towards something. There's some kind of long-term plan here that maybe is asking you to sacrifice today for tomorrow, and that makes you very nervous. You don't like to sacrifice today for anything because that just makes you nervous. What if it doesn't come out to the way I want it to? What if it all falls apart and then I don't have a plan B here? What is the challenge there? What's the challenge? Page of Pentacles. Making your way out of there, finding this new path, finding this new way to think about things here. So you're shifting sands here, shifting thoughts here. It's just like, that's why everything is changing for you, because you are absolutely shifting. You're trying to find a way to make something work here, and you're putting all your resources to work here. Future thought. What's this all about, Spirit? What is this all about for Scorpio? What is this all about? The Page of Wands, two pages coming in. Some kind of messenger steps up, some kind of idea or revelation comes in as you're having a conversation with the others about this. Maybe somebody says something and that causes a little bit of a eureka for you. Maybe you're feeling like you're in the shadows, just kind of observing everyone, and then someone sparks something within you and you step out of the shadows. You step up and say, well, I'm going to do this. This is my plan. This is my idea. But some kind of information comes in and niggles at your confidence here and says, you know what, I can do this. I can. There's a spirit guide trying to lead you in some direction here. So you've been kind of guided, like I'm picturing bumper bowling here, where things have just been bouncing off. You've just been trying to move forward, but there's this crash that happens every time you try to move forward. And that is the doubt. That is the doubt that you can do it, or the insecurity. Moving aside for you now. You're moving that insecurity aside. Why not me? Why not now? Yeah, I love that. Spirit, what is your advice? Yes, temper yourself, Scorpio. This is about the journey, not the destination here. So really, really balance yourself. Patience, have patience here. This is all working according to plan. This is all building you up to have the self-confidence you need to move forward here, to have this happen. Look at this with the Lovers again on the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. This is about partnerships and soulmate energies and going all in on someone, trusting someone enough to tell them your deepest, darkest secrets here, and being vulnerable with someone, opening up with someone here, not being afraid to reveal who you really are. This is beautiful. You've been patient. You've been holding back. You've been really not revealing what you're thinking here. That's why I kind of saw you standing back in the shadows, just observing, because of fear of judgment, fear of being wrong, fear of it not working out. And then it's all on you because you made the decision here. Spirit says, step up and accept this, own this. And you will be rewarded. This will work out. We are making sure that this will work out. What are you feeling right now, Scorpio? What's in the heart space? What are you feeling right now? Spirit, tell me what Scorpio is feeling. Yes, look at this with the Wheel of Fortune, Scorpio. Changing the way you feel about things, changing your reactions to things, moving on, moving out, moving in a new direction here. There's a move coming up for you, or a move you'd like to make. You don't have the atlas yet. You don't have the map book yet. So you're very fearful that you're not going to know what you're doing, or you're not going to know where to go. You're not going to know where those local resources are. And Spirit is saying, once again, trust yourself. Trust yourself. You have always made this work in the past. What makes you think you won't make it work in the future here? You're very, very bright, very smart, and you have all the tools you need. So yeah, some kind of big move coming up in the heart space. Queen of Pentacles, look at this on the bottom of the deck, really taking control now, taking the reins back now, becoming the queens instead of the pages here, instead of just kind of holding back. Do I say this? Do I reveal how I think about this? You're stepping up and you're saying, this is how it is. This is how it is. This is my life. These are my feelings, and this is how I feel. Wow, what led up to this Wheel of Fortune, Spirit? What led up to that? There you are, Scorpio, death and rebirth. Wow, you've had a massive personal transformation in the heart space. Some kind of information has come in and caused you to change the way you feel about things, change your reaction to things. There's a new door opening, a new opportunity coming in. It brings you a lot of luck, a lot of luck. It's just really lifting the paddles in the boat and allowing yourself to go with the flow, to go downstream, to go where the boat is taking you, rather than you trying to steer against the tide here, trying to push against the tide here. You're releasing the control. Okay, Spirit, if you got it, you got it. I'm going to let go. I'm going to surrender this to the divine here. This is beautiful. A true surrendering. Just breathe it out, Scorpio. What is the challenge? The King of Wands. Look at this. The King of Wands in the challenge. In the heart space, you've got the Queen of Wands stepping up in the mind space here, and then the King of Wands is the challenge. You don't want to relinquish control. It's like you finally found title, you finally found status here. You don't want to relinquish control in a partnership here to you, or in your heart space here. It feels like whenever you go all in with someone, you're catering to them, you're looking up to them, then you're comparing yourself to them. And now Spirit is saying, look, this has got to be equal opportunity partnership here. No one can have control over the other. You are both free wills, free people here to do as you know what you need to do. So allow the other to breathe, allow the other to make their own decisions here. and don't ask for approval for the way that you feel. Is it okay that I feel this way, for the validation or the recognition from the other? It's up to you to say, it's okay how I feel here. And Spirit is really, really confirming that for you, Scorpio. God, this is glorious. This is really taking a stand and owning how you feel without the excuses, without the words to say, well, I feel this way because. There's no because. It's just like, well, Scorpio saying, well, I feel this way. End of story. Period. Future feeling for Scorpio. What's the future feeling for Scorpio? This one wants to come. 10 of Wands, letting go of those burdens. And the Emperor. God, do I love that. Really, really stepping up now, becoming the head of the clan now, the head of the family, the head of your own decision making, your own intuition here, really owning it. There's nowhere else to go other than the Emperor into the major arcana here. So yeah, number 4, stepping up, really knowing how to play the game now, what the rules are, because they're your rules. So when someone breaks those rules or varies from them, you know exactly, that's not my boundary here. This is my boundary. If you can't follow my boundaries, if you can't stay within my boundaries, then go away, then go elsewhere here, because you are letting down the burdens of relinquishing control. You're taking control back in your heart space. I feel the way that I feel because I'm feeling this way. There's no reason to try to explain or defend or argue for your limitations here. You are really taking ownership of the way you feel. And that lets down all the responsibilities. It takes the weight off everyone's shoulders around you that you have to change in order for me to be happy. You're coming into this understanding that I'm going to be happy. You can change or you don't have to. I'm not putting that burden on you, but I'm going to be happy. You're not going to restrict me any longer. You're not going to make me feel less than any longer here. This is beautiful. Let's see what's in the foundation. What is this all about, Spirit? What is this all about for Scorpio? Knight of Pentacles. Look at this, another offer. And the Two of Cups. This is about partnership and the give and take of a partnership. Maybe in the past you've been giving, thinking you're going to receive in return. And there's been somebody in your midst with the Emperor here that just kept taking. They didn't understand that you were looking for reciprocalness. You were looking for the exchange of energy. And in your mind, you got to give in order to receive here. So now you pulled back. That's why you kind of stepped into the shadows, kind of went into observance mode. I'm not going to give anymore. I'm not going to give until I'm completely depleted, and then expect anyone to turn around and pick me up or uplift me. I've got to uplift myself. I've got to understand that I am here for purpose. I am worthy to be here. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. So you're just coming into this beautiful understanding of your worthiness, of your strength here. And some kind of offer with these 2 pages and the Knight of Pentacles here. There's some kind of offer coming in, some kind of opportunity being gifted to you or being shown to you. Finally, someone steps up and says, here, Scorpio, I have something for you. And it blows your mind. It blows your mind. Just when you least expect it, when you got all your strength, when you didn't need for anything to happen, when you didn't need anyone to love you, or you didn't need anyone to accept you, that's when all the acceptance comes in. That's when everyone turns their heads and says, how are you doing this? How are you doing this on your own here? This is beautiful. This is beautiful. What is the resistance? The fear of poverty. The 5 of Pentacles shows up, and the Page of Cups. Look at this expression. Somebody declaring how they feel about you, Scorpio. This is beautiful. Right when you don't want it or you don't need it. It's not a need in your life. It's not this has to happen in order for me to be happy. You really come into this understanding that I have to be happy first, and then that's when the offers come in. That's when the declarations come in. That's when somebody comes in to uplift you and say, here's my hand. Let's do this together. Let's do this together. Again, a beautiful, beautiful partnership, stepping up to conquer the world, you and me against the world. Now that you have your strength, now that you have your confidence, and you are filled with self-worthiness here. You're not comparing yourself to anyone else around you, or observing others and saying, wow, I wish that could be me. You're really severing that tie, and you're saying, wow, it's great to be me. It's great to be me because I have so much control over my life. I have so much control over my feelings here that it doesn't matter what's going on externally. This is all about the way that I'm feeling and reacting here. So you're just kicking this poverty mentality to the curb It's like, I think in the past, you kind of felt like you took this vow of poverty in the past because it was 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. You just could not gain your footing. That was all for purpose to give you this sense of patience, to give you this sense of divine timing that it can't happen with your time clock. Its spirit is just very fluid. Time is very fluid. So you just really realize that, and you're coming into this understanding that it all happens at the exact time it's supposed to happen. Even these relationships and connections happen exactly when they're supposed to happen. So there's no more harsh love lessons coming in. There's no more harsh twin flame energy for you. You've already looked in that mirror, you've shattered that mirror, and now you are moving into this new direction of confidence, of worthiness. There is literally no stopping you at this point now, Scorpio. Spirit, what's your advice? What's your advice? There is the reciprocity you've been waiting for, the exchange of energy you've been waiting for. You've got all this good karma out there, all of these good deeds. You're very charitable, you're very giving. Here it comes from the universe. It's never from the source. It's never from the people you think it should be from. Maybe you've helped somebody in their past, in your past, and they just kind of forgot all about it, or they didn't recognize, or they didn't give you credit for that, and you're just like stewing over that, like, man, you wouldn't be there if it weren't for me. But that taught you patience. That taught you that you were there in their life for a purpose, for a reason. They would never have been where they are today without you. You know this, and that's good enough. That's good enough for you. When you understand that, it comes in all these different directions. It comes in many, many different streams for you. And that's the universe paying you back, not man, not one person, not uh, uh, the instant gratification that we've all been looking for, especially in these last several really stressful years. We're just looking to escape, looking for that instant gratification. You're understanding that that instant gratification is brief and does not last long and does not fulfill my heart like the long term stability, the long term relationships, the foundations that are solid and won't fall at the tower every turnaround or every time something good happens here. So you are not looking for that. You are looking for long-term success here, something that can carry you through the rest of this journey here. When it comes to your finances, you're really, really done with feeling broke or feeling bankrupt. This is glorious. Taking control. Scorpio, you are taking control. Look at the sun energy on the bottom of the deck. Look at this celebration, this connection with others, this real feeling of contentedness. You're finally content. And it came after a long bout of having to be patient. Patience, Scorpio, patience. Wow, this is beautiful. Here comes the big payoff for you. Here comes the reward for your patience here. Yes, I love that. What is this all about? Let's get some clarification. I want to see why the Queen of Wands is here, this stepping up in your confidence. What caused that? What caused that for Scorpio? This understanding of how beautiful they are and how worthy they are. Look at that. The devil comes out in reverse. You've broken the ties. You've broken the fears. Look at the world coming out on the bottom of the deck there, and justice. This is karmic justice. This was meant to be right now, right now. Scorpio, this is glorious. You've severed the tie to the devil here, severed the tie to the fear of not being good enough or not being worthy enough. And you're done with this energy. You have really, really learned the lesson of how worthy you are, how beautiful you are. And now you're walking through the world shining, literally shining. And that's when the reciprocalness comes in. That's when the exchange of energy comes in from others who believe that they are just as worthy of you. They don't feel that insecurity or that doubt or that fear that they're not good enough. No needy people allowed in Scorpio's life. You're just not allowed. There's this beautiful boundary of the neediers. They're like zombies around here. I need you, Scorpio. I need you, Scorpio. And you don't even hear them anymore. You don't acknowledge that any longer because you don't need anybody except spirit. And that just brings in this beautiful relationship with someone else who really doesn't need anyone but wants you. You want to be together. You want to work this out. Oh, I love that. I love that. Tell me about these offers coming in the mind space that kind of triggers these. Look at this with the Three of Cups, triggers these friendships. Now you have new friendships coming in, a new community around you, a new way to feel about people. It's not like I'm thinking of AA or a rehabilitation program where you have to do these steps. It's not like that with you, Scorpio. It's just you've already done that. You've graduated out of that. You're done with trying to learn the reasons why you were doing things or what the patterns were, what the toxic patterns were. They don't interest you anymore. You're bored with that. It's time to move on into the celebration of life, into the celebration of friendships, and those that have lasted, those that are still with you, are so worthy to be with you. So you're really, really opening up with them, really being vulnerable and showing that underbelly of yours. And it brings in true connection. There's something about the number 3 here. I see the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, and there are 3 people celebrating in the Sun card. So 3 is a prominent number for you, maybe 33 or a master number here. Beautiful, beautiful. 3s are all about celebration and connection, real connection, without the fear that you're going to be abandoned or without the fear that you're going to be rejected here. There is no fear, because if you are rejected, you don't care. You're just moving through life now, really no bounds, no ties, no links to that fear. The devil is always to me about fears and insecurities here. Addictions, you're letting go of addictions, you're letting go of things you think you needed to do something here. So if you're like a writer and you drink alcohol, then maybe that's why AA is coming in, and you think you can only write when you're drinking, and that's the open door, that's the tool you need to really thrive in this. You're coming into an understanding that was just my mind playing tricks on me. I can expand my imagination without that tool, without that escape tool there. So that is beautiful. You are just setting them down. I don't need you anymore. I don't want you anymore. I want to be free. I want to be free of you. Really moving away from those things that hold you back, that restrict you back, that you can't do this without me, that little devil on your shoulder. You can't move without me. You can't do this without me. You can't write without me. You can't act without me. There's just this devil kind of pull to this thing that you think you have to have in order to move on. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. You just turn it around and you're punching it right in the face. It's like, I don't need you anymore. Goodbye. You only make me feel bad about myself. God, do I love this. Let's see this Wheel of Fortune and this beautiful death and rebirth in your heart space. This is a massive transformation in your heart space, feeling differently about things, reacting differently. You're just biting your tongue when you need to, and you're expressing yourself beautifully when you need to. So I want to see what that's about. Oh God, you are brand new. Squeaky clean. The slate is clean, Scorpio. Death and rebirth clarified by death and rebirth here on the Wheel of Fortune. Some kind of massive stroke of luck coming in. This is the angels paying you back now. This is the universe paying you back now, giving you what you deserve because of everything you have given in the past. You have done a beautiful job of charitable work here, Scorpio. You have given your heart, your soul, your mind to charity, to giving to others. Spirit is saying it is time for that return. It is time to give back to yourself here. We are assisting you here. This is a whole new way to feel about everything here. Everything is different for you. Absolutely beautiful. Taking the reins back on your emotions, taking control of your emotions. Let's see what that's all about for Scorpio. What is this taking back of control, strength? Look at this. You have transmuted the energy. You are the hybrid now. You can see things clearer. You're feeling so differently about things. You really have taken control of those heartstrings. It's just nobody can play with them anymore. You are nobody's puppet. It just really, you have severed these cords energetically with those that just seemed so desperate, that just came in too hard, too strong. They needed you, and you just severed those cords. Well, you know what? I don't need you. Don't need you any longer. You've taken control. You've taken your power back here. It's absolutely a true death and rebirth for you, Scorpio. This is absolutely glorious with this Leo energy stepping up. Leos are all about the confidence, all about the way we feel about ourselves, just roaring out our opinions, our ideas, our thoughts, and not caring what the rest think. Oh, true leadership, true leadership. You are taking control back. Let's see these burdens you are putting down. What are these burdens that Scorpio is putting down? 8 of Swords, getting out of your own head, getting out of your own restrictions here, just severing the cords to the restrictions that have bound you, that have tied you up with these addictions to the pattern, the toxic pattern. You're breaking some kind of pattern here. And it feels like, to me, the way you feel about yourself, the way you think about yourself here, changing the narrative, changing the script here on how you feel about yourself. When something's not working out, you're like, well, I tried. At least I tried. I can't win if I don't try. I can only fail if I don't try. So you're trying new things. You're experimenting with new things here. And it is beautiful, beautiful, because you're experimenting with patience, with this is all happening for me, not to me. You're just coming into this understanding that everything has purpose. Signs are everywhere. You're opening up to the signs, opening up to spirit, showing you the way, really lighting up the way here. And it's so beautiful because you're walking through calmly. It's not this sense of excitement that you can't even contain yourself. And it's not this sense of dread that I don't want to go, I don't want to do this. You're right in the middle here, walking this beautiful, beautiful path that when things come out at you, when things jump out at you, you're like, hey, nice to meet you. You're new. And you're working through that. You're not giving up on the situation. You're not running away scared. You're not succumbing to the darkness here, to the fear here. You're just simply acknowledging that it exists, and then you're moving forward. You can come with me. It's like the yellow brick road. You can come with me, or you can stay in the dark, or you can stay in your past here. But I can't stay with you. So you're really moving forward here. Absolutely beautiful. Let's look at this relationship down at the bottom here in the foundation. What's this relationship for Scorpio? What's this relationship all about? Queen of Cups. Again, the mastering of your emotions. You don't have to change for me to be happy. I'm going to continue to be happy whether you change or not. It's really coming into an acceptance, a true unconditional love, acceptance here of who people are, and not trying to change them to fit your mood or to fit your situation here. It says it is what it is, and I'm going to make this work because this is what I have to work with. So why not? Why not try? Why not make this work instead of always thinking the grass is greener on the other side, or I should have changed courses years ago. You're really letting that go. It doesn't serve you. It's not helping you. So you're moving forward with your own emotions, mastering your emotions here. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The Queen of Cups truly can receive love now, can receive love, unconditional love right back at you, Scorpio, right back at you. All of that unconditional love with the charitable work, with the giving to others here, it is coming right back at you, and you are so deserving of it. Just open your heart space up. Don't put your hands in front of you. Try to be conscious of that. When you find yourself all squeezed up and blocked and barricaded in front of you, just really release, open up, let it in, let the love in. And you are shining right now. You are shining. Spirit is really showing you what that love feels that you have given out to others, what that feels like. 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. There it is again, the heart fulfillment, the heartwarming acceptance of love. Oh God, Scorpio, you got to leave me a comment. Let me know what this new adventure for you is, this new partnership, this new friendship, this new lover for you. There's just somebody in front of you, standing in front of you. It's like, I'm just Scorpio looking for love, and there's somebody standing right in front of you. Can we get a sign? Can we get an idea of who this partner is? Spirit. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Again, we've got temperance in the mind space and temperance in the foundation. Absolutely Sagittarius energy, but more importantly, that balance that the Sagittarius sign has, that evenness, that I'm going to honor myself here in every relationship. And so every relationship is honored here. It's absolutely beautiful. But there is a beautiful partnership coming in for you. Sagittarius energy, fire sign energy, that this person is balanced. This person has been through some things. They've been through those choppy waters, those addictions, those hard times. And now they've come out on the other side. They're really allowing the light in themselves. They've gone through some kind of spiritual awakening as you have. And there's a true connection. There's just an immediate knowing of each other, of who each other are in this moment of connection. My God, Scorpio, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Real soulmate energy coming in. Not that twin flame, not that hard time to look in the mirror. That just really triggers. You're just screaming at the other person exactly how you're feeling about yourself, and vice versa. Those ties are severed. You're just coming into soulmate energy now, to the upliftment of relationships and connections, to the way you could feel if you let go of the judgments and restrictions on that relationship. If it was only this, or if they could just change this, or I love them so much, if they could just change this, you're really letting that go. And it's like, you know what? I love them so much, exactly for who they are. And then that return, that energy coming back to you is exactly the same. They love you because of this. This is beautiful. This is glorious. What is your advice in the foundation for Scorpio Spirit? What is your advice for this beautiful transformation? 8 of Cups. Look at this. Walk away from that fire, from that temptation, from that need to go back to what you thought was working in the past. It was not working. You've severed it for good. Now you're peeking back at it, though. I miss you. I miss you, though. You really helped me get through some things. So be grateful. Be grateful for those addictions. Be grateful for those things that helped you get through and helped you escape. They were very, very much needed, but you don't need them any longer. It's just now they're just really holding you back as you're trying to propel forward, spring forward into the next chapter here. You're peeking back, and now you're saying, I'm grateful for you. I'm actually grateful for you, devil, because now I see you. Now I see I don't need you anymore. And that's exactly where you need to be right now, because that's what's going to bring in the big payoff, the big return of the karmic energy that is yours. This is yours. You own this. You did this. You deserve this. And really, really let it in, Scorpio. Absolutely let it in. Look at the money following you with the Knight of Pentacles now. It's just really gaining momentum on the other side of grief, on the other side of turmoil here, on the other side of these toxic patterns now. You understand them, you see them. So when we're aware, acceptance is the first step, right? Acceptance. You're not in denial any longer. So now you've conquered it. Now that you've accepted these things that have held you back, that really you praised and you were happy that you had them in your life at the time, you're accepting that and you're moving on now. You're being grateful for it. You're really moving on into this next chapter now. Absolutely beautiful, Scorpio. I love this reading for you. If you like this reading, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. It really helps my channel. It really helps the algorithms for me, Scorpio. So if you don't mind, just hit that like and leave me a comment. That also helps. So thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastical first half of the month of March, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.